Hi, and welcome to winemastery.co.uk. My name's John Lightfoot. This is
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines you will absolutely love. Whether that be a nice crisp Pinot Grigio, or maybe a little bit smoother Chardonnay, or an Albarino from Spain, or maybe you like red and a nice light Beaujolais, but I'm going on a bit.
Have you been practicing that? Have you been looking at these names of wines? He shocks me sometimes, he shocks me. He doesn't tell me what he's going to do at that point.
Oh, maybe you're right at the beginning and you've never heard of any of those wines, but you want to get into it, and that's what we're here for. We're here to try and help you find the wine, if not the wines, that you will love.
Yep.
Absolutely. And on this episode, we're looking at Shiraz.
Yes, we are.
And we're looking from Shiraz from Australia.
Oh, Australia. Was that an attempt at an Australian accent? To be fair, that wasn't terrible, but...
No, it was close to it.
Slightly Indian, but...
I wonder if they have it in. I wonder if they have wine in India. I bet they do. You know.
We'll have to have a look into it.
We'll have to. Yeah, they do in China now. So anyway, Australian Shiraz, is that a signature grape?
It is indeed. Yeah, you spot on with that. Shiraz is the signature grape of Australia. So what they grow the best with the climate, the soil, everything. And it's a really well known. It's a good old fashioned. You know, one of these everybody knows of Shiraz from Australia.
Well, not everyone.
Well, not everyone, but as a wine drinker, we all know what that Shiraz from Australia is going to be like. Yeah,
should be like. So that's the sort of bar you're going to hold it to.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so this particular Shiraz is an Aldi Shiraz. I think it's from their own. It's their own label, isn't it? From is it called the Elite or something?
The Exquisite.
Exquisite. Their Exquisite range. I love saying exquisite.
Exquisite.
For some reason. So let's have a taste of it, shall we? See.
Let's have a go.
Let's have a go. So in terms of colour, it's red.
It's more nice, but burgundy ruby colour. There's nothing purple there, but it is quite. It
hasn't really got a ring on it, has it?
No. Where did it come from? And it's quite, you can see straight through there as well. It's not deep, it doesn't have deep, rich depth.
The light sort of shines through it without looking like something sort of stopping it on the way. Almost.
Yeah, but that's by the by, because we've had many wine haven't we, that have looked at and then it really hit us in the face.
Yeah.
So let's have a little go on the old nose.
I'm getting cherry.
Yeah, we got cherry.
So, now, normally I only get one and he gets 10.
No. But I'm finding that there's a few bits in there though. There is the cherry's definitely there. That's in your face. But there's the eucalyptus in there.
Eucalyptus.
Yeah, that kind of half mentally. And then chocolate. It's rich. The chocolate comes through at the very end. But yeah. There's.
I'm only getting cherry.
Okay, well, no need to worry because
I'm getting worried.
No, because sometimes when you have a taste, after the taste, we then get.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's a bit of coffee in there as well, just a little coffee. Well, we'll have a go. See what you think. Your cherry came straight through.
Nice to know you got my cherry straight off.
Giggles to himself. Nobody else is included in this.
Know my well.
No. But this, I'll be honest there, there's nothing much. I would describe that as quite thin because there's nothing much coming after it. That cherry's there, and especially after the nose there, because I thought that had quite a lot going on.
But when you say thin, that suggests to me it's like sort of water, and there's a lot of taste there, and it has got a reasonable amount of viscosity. But when you're saying thin, you're saying that there's not a lot of length to it. It's not the taste isn't lasting very long.
Not a lot of flavour. No. When I'm saying thin, what I think is initially after smelling it, I'm thinking, oh, there's quite a lot there. It's quite complex. There's quite a lot going on, and then I wanted to find those in there. Yet when I had a taste, I thought cherry comes through, and then you think, oh, and then it kind of stops. So. You know, sometimes when you taste the wine, and it's one of these that commands respect to, we've spoken about many times, and you can have, and you can put the glass down, and you're still going through it, it's still tasting it. I would describe thin as, it's got your cherry flavour in there, but it gives you nothing more. You know, after all those things, I was finding in the nose. I'm not saying it's wrong, because the tannins are quite nice in there.
I was waiting for that. I was just about to say, do you know you haven't mentioned tannins yet?
they're really soft. They're not overly, in there. So to be fair, it does suit. It's a well balanced wine. It definitely is a well balanced wine, but.
So I think you could say then, because of the low tannins, this would probably be if somebody doesn't like tannins or doesn't like too heavy wines. This as a Shiraz might be a nice introduction to the Shiraz grape for them if they've not tried it before.
It would be, but my understanding of Shiraz or big Shirazes in general do tend to be quite heavy on the tannins. But you can still get a well balanced. You can still have a Shiraz that's got loads of tannins in there, but it's also got lots of flavour as well to take it on. So those two go hand in hand as they go up in the scale, but the pair of them. This is at the bottom of the scale where that sounds awful. I don't mean to sound.
You mean because it hasn't got a lot of powerful taste, it doesn't have to have a lot of tannin to counterbalance that.
That's right, yeah. And that's exactly how, again, in the wine world, that will be described as well balanced.
And the other, in terms of being well balanced, the other component in it is the alcohol.
Yeah.
And
it's up at 14. Is this?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh well, okay. So
it's 14%.
I thought it was going to be less than that.
Yeah, that is quite under the radar.
Yeah.
Because 14%. Well, look as far as only 5, 6, 7 years ago. 14% again was considered a very high alcohol wine.
Isn't sherry only around about 18%?
Yeah.
So it's not, it's not. Yeah.
Sherry, they have this like a secondary fermentation, don't they? Or they add a bit more. Whereas this is you can only go so far. I think it's 15% before the alcohol starts
produced by the yeast, and they can only eat so much sugars before, and then
it just stops off.
Yeah.
So 15 is really more or less your top end.
But my point was that sherry is considered a more reasonably more alcoholic drink than wine. So this is getting towards it in terms of
14%, and that by no way, shape or means does that taste 14%.
No,
I'd consider that a very light wine.
Yeah, I would actually. As I say, I think it would make a very good introduction to someone that maybe doesn't, has heard that Shiraz is very sort of heavy, or previously had tasted a Shiraz and it was too heavy for them. I would say, if you try this in Aldi, you might well be pleasantly surprised.
The first rung on the ladder to a Shiraz, I'll go with that.
And I think with the danger is that when you say first rung on the ladder, it sounds sort of like for those people beginning, and we're not saying that. We're saying actually because your taste buds maybe. That might just be right for you, mightn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course. Then again, we come back to that subjective thing, which we talk about a lot. But I say that first on Lander only because my thinking of a Shiraz, is a big... Especially an Australian Shiraz.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah.
I just expected that to be bigger.
Okay. But I really enjoyed it. I know you think that it hasn't got a lot of aftertaste, but in terms of cheese with this, you would...
probably something, let's see, but I'd go washed rind with that, so maybe Shome, Munster. I do love washed rind. I do. I don't think that would take on a blue very well. It wouldn't take that on.
Can I ask a question? Is there such a thing as unwashed rind?
Yeah, most of the cheeses are unwashed.
Okay.
I do love a washed rind cheese. Oh, I scoffed last night, I'll tell you off camera. I scoffed a lovely bit of Munster last night. I've been in my fridge for I had no idea how long. And I was gluttonous. I scoffed this whole bit of cheese to myself.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I'm making no apologies. It was delicious. But yeah, you can always match with a kind of lighter, easier red. Washed rind just goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as food's concerned, you'd pair this with?
That would be lamb, duck.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to take beef on very well. It's not going to take stew.
Because it's not bold enough to match the flavour.
No, and we are at the time of year now as well, where whenever this goes out, we're in November now in Brigus, And it's chilling down, so you need the more hearty.
Yeah.
As it always happens, more hearty food but hearty wine. That, for me, doesn't tick that box on the hearty food
So it
wine.
wouldn't go very well with dumplings.
No. What does he mean now?
No, nothing. Nothing.
Never know. You just never know. But yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad wine at all.
No. And I'm sure I'll put the price down below in terms of Aldi's charging for it. But they're always very competitive in terms of.
Oh, massively so, yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be good value.
Can't knock them.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, we're going to try another one now, and I think that in the next part of this episode, we're going to try one which is almost in terms of the UK. If anyone, if you don't know the UK, there's Aldi sort of tends to be more budget prices, and Marks and Spencer's tends to be more upper market, more pricey prices.
Yeah, definitely.
So this one would have cost me more. So we're going to taste in the next part of this episode. We're going to taste a Marks and Spencer's Australian Shiraz. So we hope to see you there. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we'll see you in the next part. And if not, we'll see you in one of our other many videos. See you there.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.